Hello dear students. In today's class, let us discuss something about integrated rate equation. So we are supposed to derive integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. Okay. So we all have studied what is an order of a reaction. We also have studied the examples for zero order, first order and second order reactions. So zero order reaction means order will be zero. So how can you define a zero order reaction? It means that rate of the reaction is said to be proportional to 0 power of concentration of reactants. So in zero order, the concentration of the reactants will be raised to 0. So rate is said to be proportional to 0th power of concentration of reactants. Okay. So we are supposed to derive an integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. So for that, let us consider a zero order reaction here. R here is the reactant which is giving rise to products P. So we are considering a zero order reaction, R giving rise to products P. Now for this reaction, you can write a rate in two different ways. Okay, so you can write a rate according to rate law. You can also write according to differential rate. Okay, so according to the rate law, if you want to write, rate will be equal to rate constant into concentration of the reactant raised to the power 0. So according to the rate law, if I want to write for a zero order reaction, how will I write? Rate is equal to rate constant, that is K, concentration of the reactant raised to 0. So this is according to the rate law. I am writing the equation. So according to the rate law, what is the equation? Rate is equal to rate constant K into concentration of the reactant raised to 0. So anything raised to 0 will be equal to 1. So what happens? Rate is equal to K. So K here is nothing but rate constant. Okay, you can also write the rate according to differential rate law. So differential rate law, how do you write? It is nothing but change in concentration with respect to change in time. So according to differential rate law, if I want to write the rate equation, I'll just write change in concentration over change in time. So according to differential rate law, how I am writing rate? Rate is equal to change in concentration. So D here refers to small change. Okay, change in concentration of the reactant R. So reactant concentration goes on decreasing. So I am writing here minus sign over change in time. So this equation is according to the rate law. This is according to the differential rate law. Okay, so these two equations, if you equate, rate I can write it as minus dr upon dt is equal to K. Okay, so these two equations I am equating. Rate is equal to K, rate is equal to minus dr upon dt. So these two equations if I equate, then what happens? Minus dr upon dt is equal to K. So the same thing I have written. Okay, now if you rearrange this equation, if you want to rearrange this equation, minus dr is equal to K dt or dr is equal to minus K dt. Okay, now this equation what I have got, dr is equal to minus K dt. If I want to simplify this equation, and we all know that if you want to simplify this differentiation, we can just integrate. So integration of this equation on both the sides should be done in order to simplify this equation. So what I am supposed to do is I am supposed to integrate this equation. So integration means integration of dr, integration of K dt I should do. So I have done here, see, integration of dr is equal to minus K I have taken outside, integration of dt. Okay, so integration of dx will be what? Integration of dx will be x. So integration of dx is equal to x. We all know that. Okay, so generally this integration and differentiation will get cancelled. So this will get the value as x. So integration of dx will be x. So what will be the integration of dr? Integration of dr will be r. Okay, so minus K, that is your rate constant, I have taken it outside. Integration of dt will be what? T. Integration of dt will be t plus a constant I, which is referred to as integration constant. Okay. So if I want to get this value of I, I'll consider time t is equal to 0. At time t is equal to 0, what will be the concentration of the reactant? The concentration of the reactant, let us consider it as R naught. Okay. At time t is equal to 0, let the concentration of the reactant be R naught. This is nothing but your initial concentration of the reactant. So R will be equal to R naught. So R will be equal to R naught is equal to minus K. So T is taken as 0 plus integration constant I. So what will be R naught is equal to I. So R naught will be equal to I. So I is nothing but equal to R naught. So I is equal to R naught. Substitute this equation in equation 1. So what do you get? R is equal to minus KT plus R naught. So you just rearrange this equation. I'll get this equation of the form K is equal to R naught minus R upon T. Okay, or else I can write R is equal to minus KT plus R naught. R is equal to minus KT plus R naught. So what is R here? R is the concentration of the, R is nothing but concentration of the reactant at time t. K is the rate constant, T is the time. R naught is the concentration of the reactant at time 0, that is initial concentration of the reactant. Okay. Now this equation, if you see, this equation is of the form y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. So this equation is also form y is equal to mx plus c. So we all know that y is equal to mx plus c is an equation of a straight line. Okay. So what we are supposed to do here is, on y-axis we are supposed to take concentration of R. So y-axis, what should I write? I should write concentration of R. On x-axis I should take T. On x-axis I'll take T here. So it will cut y-axis on what? Y-axis will be cut at concentration R naught, and slope you will get it as minus K. Okay. Y is equal to mx plus c. Y is nothing but your y-axis you are taking concentration of R. On x-axis you are taking time t. Okay. So m is nothing but your slope. Slope you are getting it as minus k. It is cutting the y-axis at R naught. Okay. So here slope is equal to minus k means what? Slope is said to be negative. Negative in the sense you are getting a straight line, but it is moving downwards. You are not getting an upward straight line, but because the slope here is negative, you are getting a straight line which is moving downwards. Okay. So we'll just plot a graph. Here I have taken a graph. On y-axis I have taken concentration of R. On x-axis I have taken time t. Okay. So at time t is equal to 0. At time t is equal to 0, what is the concentration of the reactant? This is the concentration of the reactant. So at time t is equal to 0, let the concentration of the reactant be R naught. So it is cutting the axis here. This much is the concentration. So as the time proceeds, what happens? Concentration of the reactant goes on decreasing. So you are getting a straight line which is moving downwards. So this is the concentration of the reactant at time t is equal to 0. Slope, if you remove, you are getting slope is equal to minus k. So slope is said to be negative here. Okay. So this equation, what I have written in pink, this is called as integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. So why we are getting integrate, why we are calling it as integrated rate equation? Because we have got this equation on integration. So this final equation we have got it on integration, so we are calling it as integrated rate equation. Okay. And graph you are getting as a negative slope. Okay. So this graph just tells how does the concentration vary with respect to time. Okay. So the derivation of this zero order reaction is said to be very important from the point of examination. Well, let us look into some examples of zero order reactions. Generally these zero order reactions, as we all know that, Zero order reactions are those reactions whose rate of reaction is said to be directly proportional to 0th power of concentration of the reactants, which means that here the rate does not depend on concentration of the reactants. So generally zero order reactions are said to be less common and they generally occur under special conditions. So some of the examples of zero order reactions are enzyme catalyzed reactions. So enzyme catalyzed reactions are said to be of zero order reaction. Second example, if you want to consider, you can take decomposition of gaseous ammonia on the surface of hot platinum at high pressure. So we all know that decomposition of ammonia will give you gaseous nitrogen and gaseous hydrogen. So this is also an example of zero order reaction. Third example, if you consider thermal decomposition of HI on the surface of gold. So this is also an example of zero order reaction. So decomposition of HI will give you hydrogen and iodine. Okay, so some of the photochemical reactions also, if you consider, they are also said to be of zero order reactions. So photochemical reactions are those reactions where sunlight is used as the energy. Okay, so those reactions are also said to be of zero order reaction. Let us now look into derivation of integrated rate equation for first order reaction. Now as we have derived an integrated rate equation for zero order reaction, similarly we are supposed to derive an equation for first order reaction. Now first order reactions are those reactions where the order of the reaction will be 1. In the sense n, whatever we have considered the order, that will be equal to 1. So how do you define first order reaction? First order reactions are those reactions where the rate of the reaction is said to be directly proportional to first power of concentration of the reactant R. Okay. Now let us consider a first order reaction here. R giving rise to P. So R is the reactant here. P is said to be the product. So you can write the rate equation in two ways. As we had written for zero order reaction, similarly we can write the rate equation for this also, first order reaction. So according to the rate law, if you want to write the equation, how will you write? Rate is said to be equal to rate constant, concentration of the reactant raised to the order. Now order here is first order. Now in zero order reaction we are taken here as 0. This is first order reaction, so you are writing rate law and you are taking n is equal to 1 here. So the power should be 1. Rate is equal to rate constant, concentration raised to 1. So K here is nothing but here rate constant. Now you can also write rate in differential form, differential rate equation. How do you write that? Change in concentration over change in time. So if you are writing for the reactant, you are supposed to write minus sign. So minus dr upon dt. So these both are rate equations for this particular reaction. So as both are equal, you can just equate these two equations. So how can I write? K R1 is equal to minus dr upon dt. Okay, so just to rearrange this equation, take the concentration terms on one side, take the K this side. So K dt is equal to minus dr upon R. R raised to 1 is nothing but R only. So minus dr upon R is equal to K dt. Minus, if you take it this side, what happens? Dr upon R is equal to minus K dt. Now if you want to simplify this equation, what I am going to do? I will just integrate both the sides of the equation. So when you integrate both the equations, what do you get? So integration of 1 upon R dr is nothing but dr upon R is equal to minus constant integration of dt. Okay, so integration of dx upon x is what? Ln x. So integration of dx upon x, if you take, it is ln x. So integration of that will give you ln r is equal to minus k. Integration of dt is t plus capital I is nothing but integration constant. So I here is nothing but here integration constant. So ln means what? Ln means here log to the base e. So ln is nothing but log to the base e. So in this way you are getting this first equation. What is the first equation? Ln R is equal to minus Kt plus I. So what we want the value of I. Now how do I get value of I? At time t is equal to 0, what is the concentration of the reactant? Concentration of the reactant will be equal to R naught. Okay, at time t is equal to 0, concentration of the reactant will be equal to R naught. So here we are considering this. So at time t is equal to 0, concentration of the R will be equal to R naught. So what happens? Ln R naught is equal to minus K into 0 plus I. So this term becomes equal to 0. I is equal to ln R naught. So put the value of I in equation 1, what we had got in the previous slide. So there you will get ln R is equal to minus Kt plus ln R naught. So this, let us consider it as equation 2. Now I am just going to rearrange this equation. So Kt is equal to what? Ln R naught minus ln R will be equal to Kt. Kt is equal to ln R naught minus ln R. So what will be? So ln Kt is equal to ln R naught by R, because ln A minus ln B will be equal to ln A upon B. So Kt is equal to ln R naught upon R. Okay. So take T this side, what it will be? K is equal to 1 upon T ln R naught upon R. Okay. So if you want to remove ln to log, ln to log, if you want to consider, ln is log to the base e. If you want to convert ln to log, you are supposed to multiply it by 2.303. So ln is equal to 2.303 log to the base 10. Okay. So what will I do? Wherever ln is there, I'll just multiply it by 2.303. So what I get? 2.303 upon T log R naught upon R. Okay. So this is the integrated rate equation for first order reaction. Okay. Now if you consider this equation 2, this is of the form y is equal to mx plus c. So equation of a straight line where you are plotting ln R was on y-axis, you are taking time on x-axis, you will get slope as minus k, which is negative, and ln R naught is the intercept. So what I have done here, I have taken on y-axis ln R, time on x-axis, so slope will be minus k because it is moving downwards, straight line, intercept is ln R naught. Okay. So if you take this equation 3, so this can be written as what? Log of R naught upon R is equal to K upon 2.303 into T. So I have just rearranged this equation so that I can plot a graph of log R naught upon R versus time. Then slope, I'll get it as slope is equal to K into K divided by 2.303. Okay. So this is the derivation for first order reaction, said to be very important from the point of examination. So this equation 3 can be written in the form of log R naught upon R, which is equal to K upon 2.303 into T. So this, if you compare with the equation y is equal to mx plus c. Now here there is no intercept is equal to 0. So if you consider on y-axis log R naught upon R, on x-axis I'll take time t. So slope will be equal to K upon 2.303, intercept is 0, so the straight line passes through the origin. So this kind of a graph you get for this equation, and you get a straight line which is going downwards as there is a negative slope for the equation 2. Let us consider some examples of first order reaction. First order reactions are said to be very common, and we'll take some examples over here. So first example, if you consider decomposition of hydrogen peroxide to give water and oxygen, is said to be a first order reaction. Decomposition of N2O5 and N2O nitrous oxide is also a first order reaction. All natural and artificial radioactive decay takes place by first order reaction, and hydrogenation of ethene to give ethane is also an example of first order reaction.